You're listening to the Live with Audacity podcast. Hey girl, hey! I'm Melissa Stewart, mama to 4 kiddos ranging the age from college student to first grader, wife to a high school football and track coach, and a multi-passionate entrepreneur. Audacity is defined as intrepid boldness or disregard for normal constraints, and that's exactly what we have here. As a super busy mom who is easily distracted, I struggled to get focused on my goals and see results in my life and business. But I realized to make any progress, I needed to implement simple, efficient systems that worked for us without adding to the overwhelm and making me feel boxed in by rigid schedules. And I want to help you do that too. This podcast is aimed at giving you tangible tips and tools to get your life together, finally focus on the calling on your heart, and do it all in the way that works for you. So come on, boo-boo, it is time to get focused, get intentional, and live with audacity. Hey friends, hey Phoebes, welcome back to the Live with Audacity podcast. So excited to have you here. Okay, real quick, just going to do a quick recap for the Black Friday week promos real quickly. Friday is the Live with Audacity swag mug. Saturday, what is Saturday? Saturday is the free Rocketbook, and Monday is the free 1-hour coaching call that you can get with me. All of the details are in the Live with Audacity Facebook group. That's where I'll be giving away all of these items. And again, real fast, if you decide to book a 6-week coaching package with me between today and November 30th, I will give you all 3 giveaways. That's right, including an additional hour of coaching, a free Rocketbook, which is the erasable journal, so cool, and the free Live with Audacity coffee mug. So let's get on it. If you need me, just hit me up in the group. That's where all of this is going down this week. Are you ready? Are you so excited? I'm so excited. Okay, so let's see. Blah, blah, blah. I cannot talk. Okay, so today we are going to be talking about meal planning made easy. So at first I was like, well, meal planning, I'll get to that eventually. But I really feel like most moms struggle with this, right? Like we've heard about meal planning forever and ever and ever and ever. And yet some of us are still struggling with it because it just seems so daunting and just like such a pain, right? But I promise it can be super easy, okay? And I'm going to make it super easy, super duper easy for you right now, okay? You literally won't even know why it took you so long to do this. Okay, so first what you're going to do is you are going to brain dump all the meals that you make on a normal, regular basis, okay? So if you go to Google Drive, if you have a Google email address, you can get an email address for free, and you can get a Google Drive for free where you can store documents and where you can create spreadsheets and it's like Dropbox, but it's Google, and I think it's so much better because I can connect everything together. Okay, so you can go into Google Drive and create a Google Doc. My Google is trying to talk to me right now on my phone. What the heck? Because I keep saying the G word. Okay, so you're going to open up one of those and you're going to brain dump all the meals you make on a regular basis. Okay, so if you're in the States, and maybe if you're across the pond or somewhere else, I know this podcast is awesome in New Zealand, so shout out to you folks. I don't know what your normal, I think most people eat normal meals. I say normal very loosely. But I know that some countries have like their specialties that I've never heard of. So all I'm saying is write down the things that you make on a regular basis. Okay. So in the States, we've got things like roast, enchiladas, fajitas, Tacos. We like Mexican food here in Texas. Okay? Okay, just let it go. We've got chicken pot pie, meatloaf, fried chicken, chili, maybe some grilled fish or shrimp and grits, shrimp tacos, spaghetti, lasagna, baked ziti, which all, I don't know what I'm saying. By the way, I have a great baked ziti recipe that I will get out to you guys. Chicken piccata, fried rice, burgers, bacon and eggs. Everybody loves breakfast for dinner, okay? Hot dogs. I know some people don't eat hot dogs, and that's okay. You can get decent hot dogs if you want to go that route. We've got brisket here in Texas, and we eat lots of ribs. Chicken tortilla soup, potato soup, chicken noodle soup. You can make pulled pork and then use that for sliders, baked potatoes, quesadillas, whatever you want. You can also use grilled chicken for all those things. You can have grilled pork chops or smothered pork chops. You can have baked chicken or shepherd's pie. Like, I'm just brain dumping like a list of a million things for you. Okay? So once you have made your list of the things that you make on a regular basis or that you like making, you should have at least 10 meals down there, okay? I mean, come on, guys. We got to make dinner, probably 330 times a year. You can come up with 10 ideas, okay, that you make on a regular basis. Okay, so I just gave you over 30 ideas. So, and I know you're not going to like everything that I just threw out there, but if you could get up to 10 to 20, that's a really good start. Honestly, if you could get to 20, that would be perfect. Okay, now I want you to go to Pinterest and look at all the meals that you've pinned over the last 6 months to a year and pick out 3 to 5 of those to add to your list. Okay, so you're going to go to Pinterest. You're going to, I know you've been on there. I know that you've pinned meals that looked really good that you never got around to making. So go over there and find those meals and add those to the list. Make sure they're easy enough that you'll actually make them and not feel overwhelmed or like you got to buy, 15 new ingredients that you don't normally keep on hand. Don't do that to yourself, okay? This is supposed to be easy. Pick out the meals that you want to make that look simple enough for you, okay? Then I want you to go ask your Facebook friends. Just post on your page, what are the easy meals you have in your rotation? I asked this the other day and got a list of over 20 meals, you guys. 20 meals that I actually would make, okay? So go do that, and then you'll add in the ones that you like. Don't get it all twisted. You don't have to make, menudo if that's not your thing, if you don't like that, okay? So just pick the things that you want to make and add it to your list. And then, so once you have a list of a good solid 20 to 30 or more meals that you're willing to cook, it's time to glance at your calendar, okay? No need for planning each meal just yet. You just need to know an approximate number of dinners you need to make over the next week or two. Okay, so I shop every 2 weeks and I order my groceries online. It saves me time, it saves me energy, it saves me money, it saves me brain power, and I'm all for that. Like I want my life simplified to the max. Okay? So it might not work for everyone to shop every 2 weeks. It just kind of depends on your situation. But what I do is I glance at the calendar and I see, okay, on Tuesday, which is today, we are planning to go out for my son's birthday. I don't need to cook dinner on Tuesday. So I'll calculate how many meals that I think I'll probably need to cook over the next 2 weeks. Usually it's 10 to 12. And then, so I go back to my list and I pick out 10 to 12 things to make over the next 2 weeks. Okay. So once you've realized you need about 12 meals on hand, now it's time to shop your pantry and fridges and freezers. Okay. So again, I shop every 2 weeks. So sometimes if our plans change, I may end up having meals stocked that I haven't made yet. So I shop what I currently have on hand and go back to my list and highlight the meals I can make with what I already have. Okay? So for instance, if last week I planned to make wings and I just haven't gotten around to making them just yet, boom, I have one meal planned for the next 2 weeks. How exciting is that? That's even less work I have to do, right? I've already got it planned. So once I've shopped my groceries that I currently have in the pantry, in the fridge, and in the freezer, I look at the rest of the list and see what sounds good or that I would be willing to make. Sometimes I will look at the weather and see if any cold fronts are coming or heat waves, so I can kind of plan for either soup or maybe we're going to have like a light salad or something like that. Here in Texas, it's hot most of the time, so I'm really looking to see if we're going to have a cold front and be in the mood for soup. Or maybe I'll notice that we have a busy afternoon of dentist appointments after school one day, or something of that nature. So I will want to make sure I have a crock pot meal planned for that day. Okay. So I don't plan at this point. I'm just highlighting the things I want to make sure I have enough groceries to make. Okay. So what I'm doing is I'm just going through and I'm highlighting the things I think I want to make over the next 12 to 14 days. I highlight my meals and then I go and I order groceries to make those meals. Okay, so now that I know what meals we're going to be having at some point over the next 2 weeks, I still haven't implemented them into my calendar to decide when to make them. I've just decided that I'm going to make them. And then I shop for those and make sure I get all those groceries for those meals. Okay, so once that is done, if I feel like planning out a few days of meals so I can make sure meat is defrosted or that I get the crock pot going on time, then I'll do that, okay? Sometimes I'll plan up to 10 days if I know mostly what the next couple weeks will hold, but I don't get too rigid about it. Honestly, that really stresses me out, and it stresses me out to have to plan it and then to have it planned for me. I don't like that. So I usually just do 3 or 4 days if I know kind of what's coming up. And when I do plan, it's because I'm looking forward to the meals I've picked out. So I want to know when I get to make them or cook them or have them. Okay. And some days I wing it, guys. I don't plan a meal for every single day. Sometimes we have cereal. Sometimes we have breakfast. Sometimes we have frozen pizza. Okay. Because I need that flexibility, and so do you, right? We are human. And things come up, or accidents happen, or like life happens. There's a great saying that goes, life is what happens when you're making other plans. And it's so true. If you have too rigid of a plan, you're going to feel defeated when it doesn't all line up. So this is how I build in grace. I only do a couple of days of planning, okay? I've already told you guys, this group of women is filled with women who are not perfect, who don't remember everything, who have hormones and days of sleep deprivation, and we need that grace for ourselves, okay? We need to be gracious with ourselves because, honey, ain't no one else gonna do it. We have to teach our families what grace is, and when we have it for ourselves, we'll show our kids how to have it for themselves when they fall short occasionally too, and they will. We all do, okay? So I hope this episode was beneficial for you. I hope it was helpful. Share it on social media if it resonated with you whatsoever. If this was like a huge aha for you about how simple meal planning can be, let me know that too. Share it with a friend. Share it with someone who's struggling. Share it with someone who just had a baby and is like, oh my God, I'm never going to get my life back together. Share it and let everyone know. Let your friends know. Let your mom friends know. The ones that are struggling, the ones that feel like a mess. Let them know it doesn't have to be so hard. It can be simple. It can be easy. It doesn't have to be super rigid. It doesn't have to be, a monotonous routine that's boring, okay? Give yourself that grace and let's get it together, okay? I love you all so much. Let me know if you need me. I'm always just a message away. Hey, boo-boo. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. If you found value in this episode, do me a solid favor and take a screenshot, post it in your stories, and tag me. I love watching you grow and live up to your greatest potential. Let me cheer you on.